Hey everyone, welcome back. So, how's the market doing right now with cybersecurity? There are still people hiring, but it seems to be that the salary ranges are all over the place. Top senior level positions, I'm gonna put this out there, directors, CISOs, they're making a lot less than what was being advertised 2 years ago. Now, so just so you understand what that means everyone else below those positions was going to get a salary adjustment. Now, anyone that's still working from, let's just say, 2019 all the way up to 2025, where we are now, has probably stayed with the same job and probably still getting those incremental increases with some bonuses here and there. And I feel like right now, those positions, if you've been in there for some time now, or you landed a position during that time, you're in the top tier of the salary because anything that's new right now that's being offered as far as new positions, growing out the team, backfilling old positions, companies, organizations are cutting back. And I'm seeing it. Do I have proof? Yes. If you go to LinkedIn, you go to Glassdoor, you go to all these job sites, you're seeing the salary decreasing slowly and slowly and slowly readjusting to the current market rate. So what is the current market rate? It used to be where even a level one SOC was able to make 90 to 100,000, right? And a mid to senior level cybersecurity professional, whether it be, a threat hunter, red team, blue team, purple team, they were making in the range of 80, 90, over $100,000. But a lot of those positions, because of the quantity of people coming out with degrees and certifications and master degrees in cybersecurity now, saturated market causes overflow of talent. I'm not saying no one's qualified. Everyone is qualified at this point. Everyone, including my grandmother, can tell you that your password needs to be 8 characters long and, numeric and capital and special characters, which is, that was something left for a specialist to tell you, a SME, uh, to inform you, like, oh, you have to have a good password. It has to be encrypted. But no, my parents can even teach me now, tell me what they're doing to secure their password or what to look for in a phishing or a spam email or a spam text, which is coming with time, right? Time, evolution, and a lot more acknowledgement. People are fully aware of the situation around them now regarding security in general, right? Not just cybersecurity, physical security. When you walk out the street, but going back into cybersecurity, it's crazy how the market is there you're still seeing positions. Some people have commented on my video saying that I'm very negative towards, there's still jobs out there. Didn't say that there wasn't jobs out there. I'm saying that there's an influx of people who have been let go on top of people who are deciding to not stay with companies that are not offering hybrid or remote work and looking for those new opportunities to provide that, right? A balance of life and work. Now, I'm not here to say that remote work is entirely gone. There's still some remote work depending on the specific industry, but there's a lot less of that going on than it was a few years back. Okay. Now, remote work was plentiful during a couple of years back, but now if you're starting to do more searches, some organizations, maybe the lesser of the top Fortune 500, are offering hybrid to possibly not indicating that it's more remote than it's not, meaning like they probably I know people who have interviewed for position where it says hybrid, and that's very flexible, right? What's hybrid? Oh, going once a week, going twice a week, or probably going every 2 weeks, right? That's very flexible. But of course, they would never advertise that on the job description. So it's really crucial to potentially, when you get to that point where you're interviewing, to maybe even ask HR, like, what's those possibilities. How does that work? Or just don't mention it at all if you're really desperate to land something, and then figure it out when you're actually there. If they mention that they offer hybrid, great. You can work with that. It's close enough, and you do it. But full remote is still a possibility. But what I've been noticing is full remote, they still want the candidate, to be within the region of where these physical offices. The reason being because a lot of these organizations do not have policies stating that it will be full remote or hybrid indefinitely, right? Because they would never do that. So they want to assure that if they ever call off this whole work from home or these hybrid, situations, that whoever's working uh, is close by enough that they can travel back into the office. Now, I know close by, some people have to travel hour, almost 2 hours of commute time, and they're still doing it day in, day out because there's not as much quantity wise as far as jobs and opportunities out there right now. And even if there is, you got tons and tons of people applying. Now, I did a test way back on LinkedIn, where I posted a job. It was instantly and I put full remote, and I put the job description. It was instantly within a matter of an hour or so, like a 50 to 100 applicants, and these are all bots. A lot of them are just bots. They're filling up these spots where a potential human being should be going through the motion to fill out, the criterias, your job description, or whatever it is, and submit your resume. But these bots are doing it on the behalf of the individuals who are applying. Now, are these legitimate bots that people put out there? Yes, because they're like basically scraping every job, um, like website, and and any place that offers a position. They're scraping all these positions and meets the criteria, and it automatically applies for them, which is a talent of its own. Okay, so I just want to go over that really quick, and explain all this. One thing I want to mention right now, the certification holder, Security Plus, CISSP, and of course I've gone through this in the past. It's very crucial at this point. You still go for your certifications, and I've said it before. It's not an end all be all once you have your certification, but it required now as a cybersecurity professional, depending which field you're getting into of cybersecurity, still needs you to have a certain amount of knowledge, and to prove that knowledge is a certification in one of these areas. Okay. Now, it's not going to be always, you get your certification, you land a job, but it's just like an additional cherry with the whipped cream, and then you need the ice cream, and you need some cracker, like sweet cookies or whatever. Like, you're just adding more and more toppings on the base, which is the ice cream, which is your foundation. Uh, I don't know if that analogy was even a good one, but yeah, more cherries on top, right? More cherries, more gummies, more chocolate chips, more certifications. I've seen people with names and a whole slew of alphabet letters after their real name, and then you look at it and be like, wow, this guy is talented, right? Or would you say this guy is knowledgeable, potential, high cost, right? He has a high salary because he has all these certifications. You don't go for these certifications, end up having all these alphabets after your last name, to showcase that you're just working a SOC 1 position or something like that, right? Most of the people that I know that have a whole bunch of these certifications are consultants, because they're supposed to be the specialist, the expert in that field specifically. So I just wanted to share that information with you guys right now. It is tough, but at the same time, I just want to remind you that, keep your studies up, keep going at your certification. I know it's a high cost. Keep applying to these positions that you feel like it's a fit, even though you could see on LinkedIn there's like 100 applicants, or within the first hour. And like, you have to make sure you hit your regions specifically. whether you're in Texas or California, you look at your specific regions, and then you also can apply to those remote jobs. But I would say those are very challenging. Um, but not going to say that it doesn't exist. It still does exist, but just really dependent on the industry. So I just want to end that here. Hopefully, you guys can comment below and let me know what your situation is, how many resumes you sent out, how many jobs you applied to, and what's the percentage of people coming back to you and say, "Hey, let's do a screening call with HR or actual interviews." Let me know in the comments below, all right? And I'll talk to you guys again really soon. Take care.